Hey everybody, welcome to Civilization Beyond Earth Rising Tide! We ascended to the starry mystery of space when we just dominated that game as England in Civ 5 with the No Quitters mod. Where now does our empire take us? Where now does our quest? We own the sea, we own most of the land in that, but now that's but merely a planet. There's another one to conquer here. Let's go for a single player. Let's set up the game. I feel like normal is gonna be acceptable here. Oh, it's a rather standard sized planet I see before us right now. We were England, and England has ascended to space, and I guess the most English type of the North Sea Alliance, although of course we're more the South Sea Alliance here, but the North or South, you know, that's just a matter of perspective. I believe a lot of Australian maps of the world are done what I would consider as an Englishman upside down with Australia in the north and stuff. It's just perception, North and South, really, isn't it? So we'll be the North/a-bit South Sea Alliance. Who are our colonists going to be? Well, we had a cracking science game, didn't we? As England there, but we also had a cracking food game. We also had a cracking money game and a cracking artists game and a cracking everything. It was a cracking game, that Civ 5 as England, wasn't it? It was just fantastic. Really, we could take any single one of these. I'm gonna think what's more important. How much is, because I haven't really played this for a while. I can't remember, you know, how much is 2 science worth? How much is 2 culture worth? Because they might not be the same, you know, like you'd say that +2 production in a city is worth way more than +4 energy or gold. If we're going by Civ 5, or +2 food is worth more than... You get what I mean? I think what we want is... I think probably engineers will be the nice one to pick. And of course, we could have our retrograde thruster. We, as the North/South Sea Alliance, will be able to make planetfall in the water should we see fit, so retrograde thrusters may just allow us to pick a cracking old place. So I think we'll go for that, or maybe because we can land in the sea, we want to know where the coasts are, but we can send explorers out and scouts and stuff and find that out anyway. 100 energy, whatever, you know, we can do with or without that, and obviously we have tech. So yeah, I think retrograde thrusters, there we go, and I always think it's best to start with a worker unit. It's just something less to build, isn't it? Or, actually, no, let's contradict myself. We'll start with a clinic, and we'll build a worker unit. How about that? Let's go. Okay, and I am just gonna... I'm just gonna rescan a couple of these and hit up a random here. I think that'll be the funnest. Let's go! The North/South Sea Alliance will continue its domination, but on another world here. My goodness me, that's a rather ugly fella that we can see. Hopefully we won't run into too many of them. But Duncan Hughes, obviously a very, very, very distant descendant of He did the Apollo program for us and got sent up with that rocket in the 70s. But whatever, he didn't stop with the success of the ARC program. Although coming from a wealthy family, he never lost touch with the economical burdened majority in Scotland. Well, you know, he probably did have a Scotland. I always think that in Civ, what is the England Civ should really be Great Britain, or the United Kingdom, or the British Empire, whatever you want to call it, because that's really what it's more about there, isn't it? Anyway, he was particularly supportive of children's hospitals and orphanages that had been overextended as a result of the climate refugees. He's still... Okay, so a nice Scottish chap gonna make waves here. Okay, right, well, there's things here, isn't there? Well, the obvious choice would be here, wouldn't it? We got 3 algae and a coral. That is pretty major, I'd say. I don't see any strategic resources, if that's the right word for them, other than that floatstone. But, damn son, 3 algae means very quick city growth. Bit of culture there. I'm liking this one. And, of course, we can move our cities as well, so let's get it down there. Deep Castle's been founded. This explorer... Well, we might as well go get the resource pods as a priority, right? And now we choose our production. We've already got a clinic built. We'll see what that does. It gives us a bit of science and a bit of I was going to say faith, but I meant health, of course. Let's have a look. Let's show what we got in here. Clinic, yeah, +1 science, +1 health. Health is kind of very important. We need to keep this up, otherwise things get very bad very quickly, from what I remember. Anyway, so first of all, we'll go for an old Earth relic. It'll only take us 5 turns, and then we'll work on getting a worker out, and then probably just explorer. I do have the old auto end turn on. I can't not have it on. If I turned it off, you'd all be very frustrated by the fact that we're probably doing 3 turns an episode because I keep forgetting to press end turn. Anyway, there's not really much to think about with what we've got so far. You know, normally you could look at the land and think, okay, yeah, it'd be useful to get this first. But really, we've just got a nice little solid base, so I'm not quite sure where we're going to go down, even in terms of an affinity. Well, 2 floatstone or 4 floatstone isn't really enough to say, yes, we're going to be purity and nothing else. So I think we'll just go for a nice solid bit of pioneering first of all. As you can see, the text maybe take a little bit longer early game here, but I think there's less to do in the early game. Right, so what have we got? Well, our sponsor has had the foresight to send resource pods. Thanks, Elizabeth! Ahead of our expedition to be waiting here as we arrive. Part of a large research instrument have been found in this pod. Yes, okay, so we've got to find another 2 there. And of course, we do have the quests, so at the moment that will be our only quest. I would imagine find 2 resource pods. Well, I know there's one up here, because I saw that earlier, and I don't see any others, but that's fine. Okay, well, oh wow, we got a solar collector. Super! That's going to be worth some money for us. There you go. That's worth three quid. Nice. Oh, there we go. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing there. I keep forgetting which ones are which here. We want to get out of orbital mode. Right, well, our explorer's done a cracking job there. Let's get him on land and get that resource pod. We'll basically just run around looking for resource pods in terms of the early game. Yes, yes, yes. Well, it's telling us that's another quest to research pioneering. We're already on it, mate. Don't you worry, we're nearly there. Okay, right, well, our production's done. First of all, I definitely think we need a worker. And then we'll work on just getting some gunboats, getting some... Oh, heavens, aliens, look at them. How are you doing, Mr. Alien person? It's green. It's a friendly alien. It's a shiny alien. He's not hurt our resource pod, which is very nice. But we've got an artifact, yeah! I do like the artifact system. There's nothing really much we can do with 1. 48 production is not worth really a lot, but when we get more, that's going to look to be very good. I still don't know. You know when you play Civ a lot, or Civ 5 a lot, you know the best, you know, I'm going down this route and this route and this route. I don't really know where to go with this. Obviously, that's the main one you want. That basically guarantees you much money, but that's potentially quite far away. So we can have plus 10% production towards buildings, or we can have plus 10% science when it's healthy. We can have plus 10% food retained after a city's growth, and that also gives us free workers and free colonists later on. So I would imagine, and that's just your standard do war-y things. I mean, they all seem as good as each other, right? We'll work on city growth, let's pronounce my T's, just for the start here, and we'll have another look around this land. It's a very, I do love how classically sci-fi this game is. People, you know, people are a bit mean about this game. People say it's not worth the money, it's not this, it's not that. I have to disagree. I think Beyond Earth is fantastic. It could be better optimized, but I think the play of it is great. I think the style of it is great. I think the quest system is great. I love the affinity system, although once you've played a couple of games, it does get a bit samey. I really like Beyond Earth. I don't know why everyone hated it. And I do... Oh, joy of joys, derelict settlement. That'll be fun to expedition. And what have we got? A quest to do such a thing? Oh no, that's a signal source. Well, where was that? Oh, is it right there? Our scientists have detected a weak radio signal. Right, well, that's going to be easy enough. Well, seeing as we're at this derelict settlement, we might as well go to the derelict settlement first. And what is that? Hello? Someone else made it, apparently. Well, nice to meet you, son. Oh, you're over there. I see. Right, well, our work is up. Let's first of all get work barges. Oh, bloody heck. Okay, well, that pretty much shows what we need to purchase. How much is a gunboat? 530? Oh, gunboats are the ranged ones. 350 for the standard water soldier. And I think that's probably what we're going to have to produce next. They're still green, these aliens, so they're not gonna do any harming to us, but an alien nest right there is not really what I want. And there's a massive meteor crater. My God, it's all kicking off on our doorstep here. A cacophony of noise and a blinding light halts daily life across the globe. An enormous meteor has exploded in our planet's atmosphere. Citizens of every colony watch in wonder as the remaining pieces fall to its service. Although a shockwave felt across the globe, reports of damage in the colonies have been mercifully light. Jolly good. Scientists are now measuring the trace of amounts of nitrogen in the alien atmosphere, suggesting that the meteorite may have been brought an abundance of chemicals to the planet. However, we need to find some and study them, apparently. We now have a quest, Deus Ex Chimia. minor meteorite crater, basically. That one is the big one. We don't mind that one just yet. Find 2 resource pods, get an outpost. We're working on that. Build an expedition at the signal source. Well, there's lots to do for our single worker here. For now, he can just, you know, work on this derelict settlement, and we'll get a work barge built there if we can, and we'll develop another virtue. How good is that? Let's get another free worker. We can really start developing our land quickly. I want to get that culture tile first of all. Was work barge the right thing to do there? Yep. Good little bit from that there. Bit of sea. Right, we have a quest decision here. We need a constructed memorial to old Earth. While important to the people, is expensive to maintain. So we can sell the rights to a, you know, company, or we can refuse their offer and we can get 1 culture. Yeah, I think we'll get 1 culture from relics. That seems pretty nice. Okay, well, Deep Castle's going to develop very quickly, I should hope. Growth is not going to be an issue because of all this algae, and we can get farms. I'm probably going to put generators in these 2 tiles for now, though we're probably going to destroy them when we eventually start moving Deep Castle. But for now, this is fine. For now, this is a nice old place. So what we'll do with our Explorer then is, once he's used his expedition module, we'll get him back, get another one, and get to that signal source. Oh, joy of joys, and Makara. Man, the aliens seem to be multiplying like rabbits. We definitely need a couple of units, I think. I think that might want to be our priority there. And then we get a load of explorers out, and we get a load of whatever the hell else is out. Where would our second city go? We really still haven't explored that much, so who's to know? Wouldn't necessarily be a bad place to put on land here. You know, we have more algae there, we have a lot of hills, we have Xenomass. A lot of hills, there is a river there, although we wouldn't be able to, I think, make use of the river and the coast, and I'd rather make use of the coast. But still, that wouldn't be a bad place just to plonk a second city, right? Anyway, the city can attack. It's not going to. I don't see any reason why we should deliberately antagonize these aliens, but they are getting rather close to us, aren't they? So let's just be careful. Now, do we want to get another explorer out or a gunboat? I think we do need a little navy if we're going to be entertaining these aliens. We'll just stick them there, just to make sure, just so we're safe. The city can attack for us, and we have a quest decision. We can play plus 1 health from clinics, plus 15 city hit points. Health is such an important resource. Any opportunity I have to get health, I'm going to take that opportunity, basically. The aliens can, you know, they can come around here if they want. We're going to get pioneering in a turn, and then it's going to tell us to found another city, and then we get a reward of a unit. Where it'll be either a patrol boat or soldiers, depending on whether it's land or sea. But that'll be nice, and I don't know, I'm thinking that's just snow. I'm thinking maybe there wouldn't be a bad place for a second city. I'm not seeing much. We need more explorers out at the moment, but they're all expeditioning and things. Anyway, the cities can attack. Not really sure they necessarily need to. Okay, so now we need to build our colonist unit. We'll get to it. In fact, we got I believe we can get a virtue pretty soon for a colonist unit. Maybe we'll just wait for that and we can work on developing a little bit more. But it is going rather... I mean, we're a little bit surrounded by, at the moment, nice peaceful aliens, but we're surrounded nonetheless. So I think maybe if we want to get this ultrasonic fence very quickly, that's quite a useful one. It basically is a kind of invisible wall that keeps them away. So that might not be a bad thing to build at all. This worker, done a great job getting that algae, son. This worker, also doing a great job getting that algae, son. Okay, so we got a work barge there. We got our work barge there. That is all looking rather nice and in order. Homesteading, it's not that a good one on its own, really. But I really would love to take 15% tile improvement speed. We seem to be going down prosperity and nothing else right now. I am going to fill everything out, but I just want Deep Castle to be the best it can be, man. You know? Sue me. Anyway, cities can attack. An agreement with Brasilia for outpost militia is available. I don't really have much interest in the agreements right now. If people want to make agreements with me, my God, that is some t-shirt, isn't it? That is, yeah. Fashions change in space, I guess. Well, basically, we have this diplomatic capital, if you're unfamiliar with the game, and we can use that to make deals with other people. So, maybe we can make our unit maintenance less or whatever. But really, we also have these personality traits, and I want to get these maxed out before I really make deals, because these are good. So, we might get paid diplomatic capital by another civ in exchange. You'll see how it works, but I think I'm going to prioritize our personality traits over making deals right now anyway. Getting a gunboat out is nice. There's so many aliens. It's not necessarily a problem, but I'm going to put these guys to sleep. I don't want to re-alert them every time. There's nothing wrong with aliens. You know, they can be friendly. Still not really knowing where we're going to go down. We might want to be safe just to kill them right now. It would be foolish because, well, there's a few of them here and there's only one patrol boat at the moment, but we won't worry about it just yet. Although, while they're here, my whole auto-end turn business isn't really working too well, is it? But that's how it goes, I guess. Oh, blimey. Your expedition thoroughly investigated the derelict settlement. It found no survivors, but did find records from the last desperate days of a failed settlement. A psychological analysis is provided with an insight of how to avoid the mistakes they made. And we get a one of them. Lovely. Well, unfortunately, we only have one expedition module per explorer right now, so we're going to have to send him back home to get another one. And then we'll go to that signal source. We'll get that quest going. But really, we need to get a lot more explorers out, because you got to find the world, haven't you? But sadly, we need to build something of a navy here. Oh, man. See, these are... I mean, these guys, they're not harming us right now, are they? They're fine. They're fine. We've got production here. We could build a trade depot, and we're certainly going to because it's production. We still won't attack. Maybe I'm being a bit silly by not doing that, but I don't know. I don't want to hurt the aliens, man. They seem cute. Well, I don't know if we call that cute, but beauty's in the eye of the beholder. No, none of them are very cute, really, are they? But that shouldn't be a reason to destroy them. Otherwise, you know, why would many animals live? Although, being cute is an evolutionary trait to try and make stronger mammals protect them, isn't it? That's why babies are cute, because they need to be protected. You get what I mean? That's actual science, that one right there. Anyway, we'll get a generator built here, and if that sea dragon would care to move, we'd get a generator built there as well when this fella's done with his work barge, and then the castle's looking pretty good. We really just need to find people to trade with now. That would be fantastic. Otherwise, sit tight, my dudes. I guess we'll have to wait here. Trade depot is going to be very good for us to get, and then I really need to get some explorers out. I really do need to get some explorers out. I'm not going to build a farm. We've got enough food from this algae, I would think, so we'll just get another generator there. Worth a little bit of money for us. How much is it to buy a... We can also purchase with diplomatic capital as well. Diplomatic capital is really good. I love it. Colonist is 390. I want to look at explorer. 240. That's rather cheap. We will be able to afford one in not that long a time. For now, I think we build one. We build an explorer. 6 turns for an explorer, and it's only 3 turns for a patrol boat. We need them. You know, I want to have 5 or 6 explorers out in the early game, if that's at all possible. Okay, we'll get this guy back and getting another... Because this guy's just going to basically be clearing up around here, isn't it? We need to go find these meteorite sites. We need to go find people that we can trade with. There's a lot to do here. Ecology is 6 turns away. That's pretty good. Vivarium is nice. Oh, we can't build a Vivarium anyway, but I care about the ultrasonic vents because it will push them out. It'll push them out, man. Anyway. Because they are getting... I mean, they're harmless right now. But, this is what we want. So we can improve a station to land near us, and then we can trade with it. +1 energy and 3 culture, or 1 culture, 1 production, and 2 science. I like the idea of Shackleton. That sounds pretty good. Right, well, there it is. Well, our next build's going to be a trading thing now, isn't it? Yeah, the aliens are harmless. For now. The thing is, we're letting them breed, and then they might not be harmless later on, which will be a bit of a terrible thing, because then there's going to be a lot of them that we have to eradicate. But that's not a bad thing, you know. It'll be some good experience for our navy. That's a way of justifying it, isn't it? Okay, so we get another explorer out in 2 turns. We can buy one this turn, so that's another one. We're getting somewhere. I'm going to manually... I'm not just going to auto them just now. I'm going to manually them. I want one going right. I want one going left. I want to find, you know, where we are in the world. So we will just have a little purchase of a fella there. And we will, after this has been made, we will create a trading vessel. I believe it is the ship.